This is the 2023 Math Prize for Girls Problem 6. The problem reads solve for x and it gives a system of 5 equations. All of these equations have the same form, so we can write a polynomial function f of a and say it equals a to the 4th times z plus a cubed times y plus a squared times x plus a times w plus v. Then we have from the equations that f of negative 1 equals 79, f of 1 equals negative 1, f of 2 equals negative 2, f of 3 equals negative 1, and f of 5 equals 79. So since this is a quartic, we know it has an axis of symmetry. Now here it looks like the axis of symmetry is at x equals 2. Then, because f of 0 and f of 4 are symmetrical around x equals 2, we have that f of 0 equals f of 4. But f of 0 is just a constant term, since all the other terms will equal 0. So that means f of 0 equals f of 4 equals v. And so, if we write f of 4, we have 256z plus 64y plus 16x plus 4w plus v equals v. But so then we can just subtract v from both sides, so we get that this equals 0. And dividing by 4 gives 64z plus 16y plus 4x plus w equals 0. Now we can look at the sum of the roots. So if the roots are r1, r2, r3, and r4, then we have that r1 plus r2 plus r3 plus r4 over 4 equals 2, because the axis of symmetry is at x equals 2. So then r1 plus r2 plus r3 plus r4 equals 8. But by Vieta's formulas, we also know that negative y over z equals 8, so that gives us y equals negative 8z. And if we substitute this back into this equation, then we get that w plus 4x plus minus 128z plus 64z equals 0. So that means w plus 4x minus 64z equals 0. Now we can also look at these first two equations. So if this is equation 1, this is equation 2, then we have that equation 2 minus equation 1 gives us 2w plus 2y equals negative 80. And so then w plus y equals negative 40. We can also write y as negative 8c. So w minus 8z equals negative 40. That means that w equals 8z minus 40. So we have another variable in terms of z. And if we substitute this into this equation, then we have 8z minus 40 plus 4x minus 64z equals 0. So that means 4x minus 56z equals 40. And that means x minus 14z equals 10. Now that we have this, we can write x in terms of z, so x equals 14z plus 10. Now that we have all of these equations, you can go back here and say that this is equation 3. Then subtracting equation 2 from equation 3 gives us that equation 3 minus equation 2 is w plus 3x plus 7y plus 15z equals negative 1. If we substitute all of our variables, we get that 8z minus 40 plus 42z plus 30 minus 56z plus 15z equals negative 1. Then, if we simplify this, we get that 9z equals 9, so z equals 1. Now that we have z equals 1, we can substitute that into this equation, and that gives us x equals 24, which is our answer.